Hello, Sunshines, and welcome to deValiante Plays Astrologaster by Nyam Nyam. This game was part of Ichio's Mundo for Racial Justice and Equality. If you would like to play the game for yourself, check out the links in the description below. Are you fascinated by the stars and medieval medicine? Then this historical visual novel is for you. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Warning. This video features talk of medical advice that should in no way be used unless prescribed by a licensed medical professional. This game is just for fun and historical education purposes only. Discretion is advised. Thank you. Yes, but
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Much time has passed since I last saw you. How do you fare?
In truth, not well, Dr. Foreman, not well at all.
Then I am full sorry for it, madam. Pray, tell me what manner of ill has befallen you.
First, I must beseech your pardon, sir. For methinks Mr. S may verily be my prowler after all,
Yes!
as you did surmise.
Think nothing of it, madam. But what has made you change your mind about him?
I have been publicly humiliated. Mr. S has been circulating a collection of insulting sonnets about an unnamed dark lady, and all of London thinks this dark lady is me.
Well, your complexion is rather, that is to
I
say...
am described as having foul breath and black wires for hair. Though methinks the very worst line is the one that tells of a gross body rising at the utterance of my name.
Oof.
And I cannot abide illusions, Dr. Foreman. If Mr. S wishes to reference bodily levitation and other such cheap stage magic, he would do well to leave my name out of it. My interest is in the dramatic arts, not fairground attractions.
I am not sure that is quite his meaning.
Dr. Foreman, you know of Mr. William Shakespeare, then? Do not tell me you have read the sonnets.
Well, I own that I have. But as you did remark, madam, all of London has read them.
Oh, well, I am undone. My professional reputation is now utterly spoiled, for now the whole world will look upon me as naught but Mr. Shakespeare's fancy wench. No longer will they judge me on my own merits.
Let us hope it is not as grave as that, madam. Have you discoursed upon the matter with him?
Nay, I dare not confront him about it. For we are almost at an end with our work on a play, and I dare not risk it not being staged.
Then let us see what the stars advise. What may Mistress Lanier do to restore her professional reputation?
All right. Harbor secret thoughts of adultery, which relate somehow to her intellect and her feelings of dissatisfaction. Is ignorant of her romantic feelings, and this must be reversed. Should abandon her career ambitions and revert to her true vocation, bringing forth new life. Ew. Yeah, you had me until that one. God will help Mr. Stanley if she executes strange discipline. Is confused about her feelings for me? How interesting. No, it's not about you. This is not about you. A relationship between Shakespeare and Lanier is not an equal. It will overshadow Emilia's contribution to the play of the writing. Lanier must find a way to dissociate her name from the sonnets, for if she does not, her literary legacy will be betrayed with association with them. I would go with this one.
You are right to be concerned about the damage to your reputation, Mistress Lanier, for there is a danger that your partnership with Mr. Shakespeare and his depiction of you in his sonnets will forever overshadow your own literary achievements.
God's womb. But what can I do to forestall such an injustice?
I suggest you spread a rumour of your own about another lady. For instance, there is a brothel owner in Clerkenwell they call Black Luce. If you were to put it about that she is the subject of Shakespeare's sonnets, 'twould do her reputation no harm. Indeed,
How do you know about
the effect
Black
will be
Luce?
quite the reverse, for doubtless there be many a man at present who would pay handsomely for a tumble with Shakespeare's dark lady.
Well, indeed. I do feel 'tis most important to advance the interests of my fellow women, especially those seeking to make their way in business. Oh, do you see that, Dr. Foreman? 'Tis your mute Italian querent, Signor Ferraro. He is staring at us through the window.
Is he? Then doubtless he has come for another consultation.
Oh, I received my letter from her. Yay! I only need 6 more. Not only shall I rescue my reputation, I shall be a good ally to this. What is her name again? Ah, yes, Black Luce.
When it feels like a play, an Italian cliché. When it feels like a play, an Italian cliché. Ferraro, Signor Ferraro.
Good day, senor, and well met.
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Indeed, I did recognize you, senor. How may I assist you this day?
I am ill. I tell you my problems. First problem. I do make a chandar in the morning. Next problems. My belly does swell and my chest is most tender to the touch. And now, for the very most terrible of problems. I have the big fears. One moment I do weep, and the next I do curse and gnash my teeth.
Alright,
So,
good swings.
Dottore, you tell what ails me, huh? You wanna make a water into this cup? Un momento, I make the water.
Nay, not in my... prithee, hold. If you please, senor. As with our previous consultations, I shall be judging your illness by reading the stars.
So, you need not my...
Nay, senor, I have no need of it. Whilst 'tis true that most physicians do spy and sniff their patients' urine, I find this method of piss-pot diagnosis most imprecise. Indeed, the practice is quite primitive. 'Tis my belief that if medicine is to advance in this modern age, we must all adopt a more scientifical method. I am quite sure history will bear me out on this question.
No.
This scientifical method. This reading my diagnosis in the stars?
Precisely so. Speaking thereof, perchance we may consult the stars now. What illness troubles Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Alright, so we got Aries, apoplexy, condition of the brain provoked by a sudden fit. It affects sensory perception and causes swollen neck veins, memory loss, and gnashing of the teeth. All of it. Mattering in the breast, which is a gathering of corrupt matter in the chest area, occasioning pain in the breast. Okay. Your parents with child. Alright, so both of the, so this is the, like, the suggestion jamming by which indicant, worse will go, okay, it's better. So just a mild imbalance of bile. Mattering of the, like, the swelling and everything. But,
Worry not, senor.
Yeah.
You are merely troubled with a mattering in the breast. I advise you to take to bed and cover yourself with sheets that have been warmed before a fire. But you must not sleep, nor may you eat or drink, for food and drink would serve to increase the corrupt phlegm and matter in your chest.
Mattering in the breast. Most dottori would say my problems do not match the signs of mattering in the breast. But you, Signor Foreman, are not most dottori, huh? You are genius of the medicine who does find true meaning in the stars. I thank you, Signor Foreman, for your advice has been most enlightening. Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
excellent. Alright, so we got one more with him. How did it go down? I must remember to record the cluster shambles of a diagnosis before I forget the details. How did that go down if he was okay with it?
Good day, Mr. Mugg. Pray tell, did the matter with the, cherries resolve itself in the end?
Aye, indeed. I did tell my friend, Mr. Sprottle, what you said about how my shouting at him was owing to an upset of bile in my spleen. I also did speak to him on the evils of onions. I think he was most interested.
And what may I assist you with this day, Mr. Mugg?
I have the spotted fever. I must begin treatment now, or else I will...
Hold, sir. The spotted fever is exceeding rare. Why would you think you have such a disease?
Well, sir, not only am I covered all over in red spots, I have lately taken to chundering, such as are the very symptoms listed in the medical book I did read.
You are a
I am
hypochondriac.
already taking the treatment Mr. Cogan prescribes, but now I require...
You mean to say you have read Thomas Cogan's Haven of Health? Why, that is a most technical book, writ for doctors and medical students. How did you come to be reading it?
My friend George Sprottle did bind a printing of it in his shop. He kindly let me spy some pages afore 'twas sent up to Cambridge. Oh, but Dr. Foreman, I forget myself. You have no medical degree, so you doubtless have not read it. Mayhap if I ask George nicely...
Sir, let us consult the stars and see if they may tell us what ails you.
Alright. Suffers from hypochondria, induced by the appearance of benign pimples on the privy member. Okay. Is troubled by evil digestion. Has the spotted fever. Illness is chronic but intermittent. I think it's hypochondria. Because every time he reads something, he's just like, yeah.
The spots on your privy member suggest a mild venereal disease. Such pustules can appear so foul in appearance as to induce involuntary upward purging, as is the case here. It's also indicated that you suffer from hypochondria.
Dr. Foreman, did you not hear me? I said nothing of spots being on my yardle. On my word, I know not why folk even bother with doctors. Not now we have books to consult. One thing more, if you please, Dr. Foreman, for I feel I must give ye warning. A great storm is coming. I feel it in my bones, and my bones do always speak true. You would do well to bide indoors at the first sign of wind and rain. God keep you well, Dr. Foreman.
Alright. Yep, it went down. So I just got 10 and then I lost 10. I'm doing so great. I'm totally gonna become a doctor.
Almighty God,
This guy.
thy servant Thomas Black, reach forth thy gracious hand, and slap sense into
Good morrow, Dean Blagg. How fare you this day?
Well, Dr. Foreman, I must own that I do not fare well.
Oof.
For my recent investments have left me in a rather vexing financial position.
Verily, that is ill to hear.
Aye, Sir Walter Raleigh's quest for El Dorado failed most woefully, just as you predicted. His ships did return loaded with naught but a few sacks of worthless root vegetables. I cannot fathom it. We are Englishmen. We do not eat vegetables.
Aye, a disappointing outcome indeed.
Oh, but that is all by the by. For you will be pleased to know that I put my remaining fortune into a new venture so assured of success that I will make all my money back and more.
Assured, you say? How very reassuring.
I have invested in an expedition to intercept a fleet of Spanish ships
Oh,
carrying
no.
gold back from the New World. For this expedition, Sir Walter Raleigh will be joined by that famous military genius, Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex. So success is virtually guaranteed. There is but one small worry, however.
Ah, only one?
Aye. 'Tis that Raleigh and Essex set sail full 2 months past, but there is yet no tidings of them. Such silence is a trifle vexing. Have they yet captured the Spanish treasure ships? Surely no ill has befallen them.
A most vexing mystery indeed. Let us see whether the stars can tell us what has become of this expedition.
Blog is a lazy fantasist who indulges in the excess of creative thinking. Angels will vest their blessings upon Blog, but he must be patient. Violent battle is being waged in foreign clime. God has granted Blog good intuition. Okay. The moon shines its benevolent light upon the Blog family fortune. Okay, so B is a good one. The expedition has been endangered by secret information from an untrustworthy authority. Untrustworthy? How dare the stars throw shade upon my honor this? Yes. Blog has been careless with his financial legacy. Raleigh and Essex are sailing their ships in the wrong direction and will suffer reverse. Let's... Alright, let's roll for B or C, because I have a feeling it's going to be C, and he is not going to like that. So 1 and 2 is B, 3 and 4 is C. 2. Alright.
Wondrous tidings! Your family's fortune is soon to be restored, and you may thank God for it, for it was he that inspired you to invest in such a well-led expedition. Raleigh and Essex have come upon the Spanish treasure fleet, and a violent battle off the coast of Spain is being waged this very hour.
Verily, blessed day! O Heavenly Father, I give thanks unto thee for both thy mercy and thy business savvy.
Oh boy. At least it's gone up. It's gonna go back down, like, significantly, I bet.
Why must this wench act so distressed? Perhaps she can't abide a jest. No word from love and his professed. What an ungrateful lady! What an ungrateful lady!
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Pray, come in and take comfort by the fire. The wind is fierce and cold this day.
Did you see him this time, Dr. Foreman? He did it again. He ran off the moment he saw me.
See who, madam?
Your patient, Signor Ferraro.
I don't think he's a
very-
real Italian.
Indeed, I was expecting him to come for a consultation this day. But he changed his mind and ran off, you say. How very mysterious.
Truly, 'tis as if all men are determined to use me ill.
Surely not all men, madam. I, for one, remain most devotedly at your service. My dear lady, I do not need to read the stars to see that something grave has befallen you. Pray, tell me what it is.
Yesterday I did meet with Mr. Shakespeare to discourse upon our new play, which is to open this week at the theatre in Shoreditch. But though I was determined not to confront him about the sonnets he wrote about me, 'twas difficult to hide the heaviness I did feel in his company.
I can well imagine, madam.
So then, well, he remarked upon my dark humour. To wit, he said to me, "Emilia, your pretty brow does furrow, so I will kiss it smooth."
And I sense that you did not receive this well.
Indeed I did not. Forsooth, I was so enraged by this, I reversed my flapping veil full over his head. Whereon he rose from his stool, declaring I was the most ungrateful and unworthy wench in all of Christendom, and then he flew out of the tavern like a bat from out the gates of hell.
A most vivid image, and no doubt most apt. Men who work in playhouses are prone to indulging in such melodrama, of course. Why so many ladies care for such men in preference of those employed in solid, stable professions, I shall never understand.
And if only that were all. For this morning I saw a bill advertising our play posted on a wall in my street. It bears his name and not mine.
Verily? Surely not. Mayhap there has been some error made.
Nay, Dr. Foreman, 'tis no error, for I rushed to the theatre to see what was amiss, but I was refused admittance. Indeed, the player who came to the door denied all knowledge of my collaboration on the play. Methinks Mr. Shakespeare is exacting his petty vengeance upon me for rejecting his sly suit by denying me credit for my work. And he means to deal with me by pretending I do not exist, as if I were a ghost. Or is it he who has become the ghost? In truth, I am not yet sure how that metaphor should work.
What monstrous perfidy! Pray tell me what I might do to punish this wretched scribbler. Though I am not adept with a sword, I do have a book that instructs in how to command nefarious spirits.
Oh, prithee, sir, I am come not in search of vengeance, but to seek answers. As you know, I have been ill-treated by my husband, and now I am betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Pray, read the stars and answer me this, Dr. Foreman. Will I ever be able to trust, even love, a man again?
I see. Oh, it's only giving me one option? That's a lot. Okay. Amelia secretly wishes to commit adultery with a man of high intelligence. Amelia's friends have been unworthy of her confidence. Relationship betwixt and me is currently wrought by confusion. God rewards men who invest time in their friendships with comely women. Amelia should give in to her true feelings. Amelia's literary legacy has been betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Mistress Lanya is ignorant of the love she inspires, but her ignorance will be reversed. Amelia present adversity may bring change in the new life form of a child. That's what all women want, correct?
To your question of whether there yet be a man in this world worthy of your trust and affections, forsooth, I have never seen an arrangement of stars that speaks so clearly.
Verily? Then pray tell, what answer does it give?
My dear lady, the answer you seek need not be divined by reading the stars. It may be read in the signs you see before you now. To wit, the answer you seek is right in front of you.
I am afraid I do not follow, Dr. Foreman. 'Tis your feather quill, a half-eaten apple, your desk is a little untidy, and I must confess the symbolism in Flemish still life painting has always quite confounded me. Take a skull, for instance. What sense does a skull make alongside a bowl?
Oh.
Below. 'Tis clear to me now, your face was always hid in shadow, but 'tis you, Mr. Foreman. You are the man who has been prowling me these last months.
Dearest, loveliest Amelia.
Wow.
Allow me to profess to you my undying admiration for your charms, which are not insignificant.
God's womb, et tu, Dr. Foreman. Fie, you of all men to betray me thus. But 'tis true. I now see the answer. For I know now never again to trust a man to guide me. Henceforth, I shall write under my own name, and when there are decisions to be made, I shall take my own counsel and make my own judgments.
I love her.
Methinks I do at last understand that prediction you made for me some years ago, Dr. Foreman. The one about how belief is required if I am to succeed. 'Tis a belief I must hold not in the inevitability of my own personal success, but of the successes of the women who will come after me. Farewell, Dr. Foreman, and clean your desk. Verily, 'tis quite disgusting.
Excellent. Was this her? Yeah, that was her last meeting. Wow. This is the final consultation for this querent. We women will achieve equal treatment even if it takes us 100 years. It's going to take a lot longer than that, I'm sorry. Sir, I must beseech you, not to encourage my husband Nicholas in his fanciful notions. I bid you consider the trouble you are causing our family by emboldening his delusions. Your querent's a long-suffering wife, Sarah Monk.
Lancelot Moore is of a great house. Much does depend, much, on his choice of a spouse. He must be well, no matter the cost to love and to health.
What am I at? Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's still 4 more people? Well, I guess, like, this is the new guy. So, but I've cut ties with these 2 women, but I've already received letters from them. So.
Good day to you, young sir, and well met. You are Lancelot Moore of Middlesex, are you not? What an honour it is to welcome a son of the great house of Moore to my humble consulting chambers.
'Tis indeed I, Lancelot Moore. I will own it. But hear this. My family is ignorant of my designs in coming here, and I wish them to remain so. Which is why I come to you, Mr. Foreman. For methinks you are not such a man who would ever find himself in the company of a family such as ours.
Ah, well, you may count upon my discretion, Mr. Moore. And what is the matter that brings you this day?
'Tis that my family wish me to marry my wretched cousin Barbara.
And I take it you would not wish to comply?
Nay, I verily would not. Cousin Barbara is a vile little minx. She loves nothing more than to sport with me and play cruel japes. Last Christmas, she even hid a dead mouse in my mince pie.
Yeah. The lady does seem most spirited.
The lady? Oh, pish. Cousin Barbara is hardly a lady, for she is not 14 years of age.
Oh.
It is most unnatural to ask a grown man to wed a child.
Indeed it is. 'Tis my belief that in these enlightened times we should consider...
Verily, Barbara be damned. My heart belongs to a true woman, not a freckled, scrawny slip of a girl. A full-blossomed woman.
A woman, you say?
Aye, Marion, my other cousin.
I see.
Ah, Marion. So beguiling are her shapely charms. Oh, to lie, if not to die, in Marion's arms. So soft her lips, so sweet her face. Oh, how I yearn for her embrace. In me she hath such passion stirred. A fever. But nay, I pray for death, and would be martyred if from her I be thus parted. And so you see, you must help me forestall this wretched marriage, so that I might wed my sweet cousin Marion. Mr. Foreman?
Mr. Foreman.
Mr. Foreman?
Yes, indeed. Let us see what the stars advise. How might Mr. Moore avoid this marriage to his cousin Barbara?
Excellent. If Moore spreads a rumor about Barbara being sexually active, the marriage plans will be abruptly cancelled. She's a child. They also suggest Barbara is with child. She may not be as chaste as she seems. Okay, so like ruin a child's life. That's fine. An appeal to Moore's vanity may induce him to travel abroad. Moore will be able to extract himself from the engagement once he has come of age and has control over his fortune. Moore should betray his family by serving his country. He should go to war and die. Barbara is secretly unhappy about the marriage. God's aid will come via cousin Barbara, who is both intelligent and rebellious. What does Moore's intuition tell him about this marriage? Therein lies the key to unraveling his engagement. Oh, okay, so I like this option the best.
It is apparent you do not wish to marry your cousin Barbara, but have you considered whether she wishes to marry you?
Nay, but I cannot think why she would not want to marry me. I am exceeding eligible.
Aye, doubtless you are, Mr. Moore. But do you not think her unkind japes may indicate she harbours some degree of malice towards you?
Mayhap you are right. I did find a toad in my bed Thursday last. 'Tis as if Barbara were possessed by a demon.
Very possibly. And thus possessed, she may be distracted and not wholly aware of your, fine qualities. I advise you to simply bide your time. For the stars suggest she is a cunning maid who plans to thwart the marriage using a method of her own devising.
Verily? Then I will leave it all to Barbara, as you advise. But it shall be on your head if I'm forced to marry her, Mr. Foreman.
All right. Well, he's going to be coming back, so...
Thank you for joining me as I played Astrologaster by Niam Niam. That name.
The next episode will be out shortly. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, a follow, and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the new episode drops. Also, don't forget to check out the link to the completely free Discord server to chat about games and whatever else is on your mind. Let's keep the comments chill, so no hate or spoilers, as I'm not above removing these comments and the people who make them. That's all for now, folks, and I'll see you next time.